candidate, the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign, and
Too much.
and
Please mute yourself, mute your mic if you join. Zumuzo, please, and Ibrahim, can you always track these people that don't get to mute their mics and mute them? Sorry for that. Good luck. Sorry.
Okay, it's fine. And so I'm currently doing my research bioimaging. And why this is really important, and I have to bring this up, is because of my presentation and my sharing today, I'll just show you how the experience in Taiwan actually shaped this particular stage of my academic career. And just like I've also mentioned, and the host has also mentioned, that I was a recipient of the MOE Taiwan Government Scholarship, and I did my master's program in medical engineering at the College of Medical Engineering at Taipei Medical University. So this was the first question that came to my mind when I got the scholarship, and that was, I didn't know anything Mandarin. I don't even know how to say good morning to somebody. I didn't know how to navigate my way. I mean, if you want to buy food, and this is like completely moving from your culture and your like the environment where you are used to into a completely different environment. I have never been to Asia before, and at the same time, I do not know. I mean, I know what the Chinese language sounds like, but I do not know any word in Chinese. And I mean, I didn't get to learn any before going there. And but then it turned out that my fears, were not really. I mean, they were substantial, but it turned out that the environment became much more friendly for me. So I just have three. I know other recipients of this scholarship are going to share some of the things that really stood out for them. But for me, I have like three key things that really stood out for me in the course of my program and my stay in Taiwan. And the first one is you have like an international community. So it's not like you're going into isolation. You understand what I mean? It's not like you are going into in a place where you don't have international people. So the program is designed in such a way that you have other international people from different parts of the world in the same program. So these pictures are like some of the experiences I had. Like I have tons of them, like tons of them. I have this, it's like, especially this second picture here, it's like a group of like international people. So these are all scientists at Taipei Medical University, and some of them are also from NTU, National Taiwan University. So we usually have this Friday kind of meetings where we just talk science. We discuss like new things in science. We discuss new papers. We discuss new innovations and stuff. So I mean, it was a good experience for me because although I was in this environment where you have like Chinese speaking people, we still have the program is designed such that you have international people from different parts of the world in the same place. So you still get to for the most part, enjoy, I mean, that like international networking opportunities, which I think is really, really important. And if you're someone who is like open-minded and you're someone who is willing to like, extend your networking capabilities or get to make friends. So these people I'm telling you right now are like from different parts of the world. So I know each and every one of them, what they do. I know each and every one of them the kind of research they do. And so if for any reason you need help at any time in the future, you can always like reach out to them and get things done. So that's like one of the things that really stood out for me, which is like you have this international community where you can explore, you can rub minds with people, you can get to um, as much as possible, like expand your horizon in terms of your mindset, in terms of what you are passionate about. I'm someone who is passionate about science. I'm passionate about research. I'm passionate about what is going on in the field of science. And so I try as much as possible to like get used to people or get to meet people who are also interested in that. In fact, that is like one of the things that clicked between myself and Raphael because of the same passion that we have for science. So yes, one of the things that stood out for me, just like I mentioned, is just that international community you get to have. So all these people, I met them in Taiwan. All of them, they're from different countries and they're different fields of scientific research. I met them there. Secondly, secondly for me is the quality of the education you have. So I would mention this because people have always asked me about I did a master's program in engineering in Taipei Medical University. People have always asked me, how was this program? Was it worth it? Why did you even find yourself there? Why didn't you go to Europe, to do like engineering programs? Or why did you have to go to Taiwan and blah, blah, blah? People ask me like a lot of questions, But then I tell you that the quality of education that I received, I don't know about any other place, but like at the institution where I studied at Taipei Medical University, is top notch because for the very first time, I think in my career, I was able to like um, consistently write scientific papers, which was an experience I didn't have before I joined. And these efforts that you put are being rewarded. It's not like you just do things into the blues. So whatever effort you put as a student, is being rewarded. So, and one of the indicators that you are actually you are like in a scientific favorable environment is your ability to do work and get them published. And that is exactly what happened to me. For me, I saw myself in an environment where I could publish. And of course, like I just showed here, I got like some recognitions for some of the publications that I did, some of the work that I did while I was studying there. I also participated in some events, like we had this 3-minute thesis competition where we you just have to talk about your thesis in 3 minutes, those kind of stuff. So these are things that I like, and I found them existing. I found them existing in the program. So I know other people who have like taken the scholarship would see different perspectives or probably will still share later on what these experiences were for them. For me, I was somebody who was more inclined into quality education and these things like the 3 minutes thesis were things that stood out for me. The ability to like do research and get recognized for what you do. And all these things were actually done in English language. I didn't need to think about, some of these things in Chinese or whatever. Although like, yes, I had to, learn Mandarin at some point, but then, the quality of education is really good, and I'm sure people will still talk about it. And finally, is just the environment. So this like very just short pics of the kind of places I love to visit. I actually am someone who also like taking strolls sometimes when I'm like in the lab and I get so fed up or just get so bored. I just like take a stroll into the nature. There are like a lot of mountains and places where you can go to like chill out and stuff. So yes, I actually went to a bunch of places. I just have to put up these ones just to show you. So the environment is nature friendly. If you are someone who really loves nature, you like hiking, you like stuff, you want to like get your mind off things that are like going on everywhere. I'm sure like you would find the place very interesting. And of course, these are just like few of the things I want to share today, unless there might be probably like questions at the end of this live event, because I know like other persons are still gonna like share their personal experiences in terms of what these things are for them. For me, I said the first thing for me is just like having that international support where I went to, having that like bunch of people who are like passionate about the same thing that I'm doing, something that I'm like talking about, like passionate about research, about science, and what is going on in the world. I was able to get that, and also, having to, get like quality education and stuff. So yes, this is just where I'm going to stop, Raphael. If there are questions in the future, I can, or like at the end of this particular event, I can really hop in. I'm sure like other persons are going to share whatever stood out for them too. So let me know. And um, and if there are like events that like other questions that I think I might be able to answer if I can answer. I think all right, Raphael, over to you.
Oh, okay. Wow. Thank you so much. Good luck. That was very beautiful and you know, very wonderful. Thanks for sharing your experience with us. Um, so what's going to happen is I think I will allow the others to share their experiences. Please, if you have any question for good luck, you can probably maybe write it in the chat section, or you can probably wait until the others are done, then you can ask your questions. So that being said, maybe I can proceed to Shashwat. To Shashwat he is my colleague, and we did masters together in Taiwan. He's currently doing a PhD. Like I had, if most of you had seen the audience profiles I had shared earlier, so you would have um, you would have noticed somebody called Shashwat Sharma. He's currently doing his PhD in International Graduate Program in Medicine at Taipei Medical University, where we also did a master's together. Shashwat would have a lot of experiences, haven't done his master's in School of Pharmacy, and now doing his PhD in the graduate program in medicine. I believe he has a lot he can share with us and also the audience. So Shashwat, yeah, you have the mic. Thank you very much.
So thank you so much, Rafael, for having me into this beautiful career guidance lecture today. And I feel very thankful for providing me this opportunity, because I feel in this way I can also help like a lot of students from Nigeria as well as from India who are looking up for some good or quality education in Taiwan. And currently I'm working in Good Luck's lab, where Good Luck used to work in his master's degree program. So I'm in the same lab under the same supervisor. So at first I would like to begin with each one of you who are like looking up for Taiwan as a future destination for your studies. So I would like to congratulate for this big decision of your life, because the first word I feel when I hear about Taiwan is it's safe. Like anytime you go out, you feel safe, and you will just fell in love with Taiwan. It's so beautiful. Like Good Luck mentioned, if you are someone who is looking for some outdoor opportunities, you want to step out of the room, it's a perfect destination. So the reason why I particularly like Taiwan is it caters your needs and your research. For example, most of the people they think that it is the only place for people who are looking for a career in the academics. No, it's not like that. This is a destination that will give you a lot of skills, so that wherever you go, you can outshine in that environment. For example, in my degree program, I'm currently into the School of Medicine and I'm doing my PhD degree. So we have a tie-up with a few companies in Taiwan. So basically the program is like you work here for 2 years as a PhD candidate, and the next 2 years you work in the industry. So it's a collaborative PhD. So you get the experience to, work while you're still studying. And the other thing is, recently my university, Taipei Medical University, they have also started the Biomed Accelerator program. So with that, if you have some research idea, right, and you want to commercialize it, for example, with your research, you think that this could be the next big thing in Asia, or you think it could be the next big thing in the African subcontinent. So we just pitch the idea to the investors. So the university or the Taiwanese government will take care of everything. So they will help you from the scratch to build your product. And similarly, this thing happened with me. So I was working with a company in Taiwan. It was a startup around the medical test kits for dengue and malaria. So last year we worked on it, and right now it has got the Indian government approval, like the FDA approval, the Indian FDA approval. So it's the Cedisco. So we recently got it. And the thing that I would like to mention about Taiwan again is that it is beautiful, and you will experience so many new things that you haven't done in your life before. For example, a few days back, I just learned how to do ice skating. So this was kind of new to me. And then you have a lot of other competitions too, like the Taiwanese government encourage you to participate in events like photography competition and the documentaries, where you can present your culture. And recently, I remember last year we had the African Week at Taipei Medical University, and that was organized with the joint efforts of Rafael. So I feel that it is a good place where I feel that researchers are nurtured so that they could be the like true professionals of the coming years. And one more thing, that if you are someone who's looking for some good opportunities with quality education, and suppose you have to go out for a conference, you have the support from the government, you have the NSTC support, you have the most scholarship support. So they support you to go out and explore. And the other things, like you have the international relations, you have the international collaboration that are also there. And one more thing that I would like to highlight here is that if you are in like Taipei Medical University, and you you can participate in like Office of the Global Engagement, the OG squad, and you can step out of your comfort zone, because I have seen students who have done extraordinary things, like just coming out of their comfort zone. So if you join such teams like the International Student Association, and then you join the OG, then you can help to organize and participate in some events that you won't get to work, because you don't get the international collaboration into your countries. So if you participate in such teams, then you can work with international people, and then you have experience of working in an international environment. Other than that, you get the good research support from your supervisors and your friends. And most importantly, uh, the comfort zone that you just move out. For example, last week I did ice skating, and few months back I participated in a dance competition at the TMU Cultural Night, and it was for me first time on the stage, and we won it. It was a team effort. So if you are looking for an extraordinary opportunity to make you stand out, then I think you can definitely consider Taiwan. And we have some good universities in Taiwan too. So all the best to you, to everyone who are looking up for Taiwan as a potential opportunity. So if you have any questions, do let me know, and I would love to help you guys in any way I can. And one more thing, recently, Taiwanese government has introduced some student exchange programs and internship programs. So if you guys just want to experience Taiwan for just a small period of time, you can also consider that. So we have the TEEP program and the student exchange program. So I would love to help you all in that if you are required, if you need my support, if my support is required. So all the best to you guys. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Shashwat. That is very wonderful. Um, aside from his experiences that he has shared, he pointed out a very important detail towards the end of his experience sharing, and that is, in case you are not yet sure, you're still thinking, oh, Can I experience Taiwan? Probably before I take too much interest in getting committed to a program in Taiwan. He's saying that there are some internship opportunities you can actually take advantage of. So with those opportunities, you experience a short time in Taiwan. I was able to experience such, I was one of the benefits of such internships. I did a 2 month internship at one of the institutions, research institutions in Taiwan before I left. It's a paid internship. Usually, if it's meant for international students, especially if you're not in Taiwan. But I had the opportunity of experiencing or doing the internship because I'm an international student basically while I was in Taiwan. So that was what made me qualified for it. So in case you happen to, okay, Shashwat, yeah.
I'm so sorry, Rafael. Like I forgot to mention an important point here. So I have received the MOE, that is the Taiwanese government scholarship for 2 times.
Yes.
So yeah, so this is then a very important point that I need to mention, because most of the students, they have this misbelief that you can get the MOE scholarship only for one time.
Yeah.
It used to happen like 2 years ago, but like now you can get it for like a maximum of 5 years. For example, you come into your bachelor's degree, so 3 years or 4 years into your bachelor's, and then 1 year into your master's degree program. And if you are here for the master's degree program, so you get it for like 2 years into your master's program, and then 3 years into your PhD program. So
Yeah.
so if you consider it, then it can be there for like 2 degrees.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Those of you, I'm seeing your questions in the chat section. Yeah, we'll discuss some of these your questions when the experience sharing session is done, because that is where we'll go into detail the applications. We'll discuss about the schools in Taiwan and so many criteria involved. So just stay on and be patient. We'll get some of these your questions answered. What we want you to do first is to listen to those who have experienced these things and get to know their experiences. And if you have any question regarding their experiences, you can ask them. Like some people have doubts. Some people feel like, are you sure this Taiwan government scholarship is possible? And you can see Shashwat just recently shared, aside from getting the Taiwan government scholarship during his master's, he has got he had it renewed for his PhD. So, um, basically, what will happen is just pay attention to their experiences. So you ask questions regarding the experiences. We'll go into details when it comes to the application and the scholarships very, very soon when the experience sharing session is done. The next person that I'll have to call up to share experience is Zimuzo. Um, Zimuzo happened to be one of my first mentee that successfully got admission to study in Taiwan. And she's also a recipient of the Taiwan government scholarship last year. And she's currently doing her master's in public health and I think public health and global safety. So she's currently in Taiwan and would probably, as someone, maybe you might feel all these ones that have been sharing their experiences are people who are used to being in Taiwan. Now you have someone who hasn't spent so much time in Taiwan but has been there for a while now. So Zimuzo, you have the mic to share your experience with us. Thank you.
Okay, hello everyone. Thank you very much, Raphael, for this opportunity to come out of my shell.
Yeah, thank you.
So, yeah. So, hello everyone. Okay, just like I don't even know if I have any other thing to say, because my senior colleagues that have spoken before me actually mentioned a lot of things that were actually true. So I would just add few points to what they said, because everything they said was true. And just like Raphael said, I just arrived. I'm still a newbie. I've only spent five months plus here in Taiwan, so I may not be able to share as much as they shared, but I'll give you some few points. Okay, the first one is I you should come here. Okay, like initially when I was coming here, I was a bit worried about language barriers. Maybe since it's an Asian country, a good number of people may not be able to understand or speak English. But then I came here, it was really surprising. An average person you would meet on the road knows at least basic English. The person can respond to you comfortably. You can communicate. That's not really an issue. And then even when you cannot really communicate, there are always people around to help. People here are very, very friendly. Like they are wonderful people. I've been hearing a lot of people that have traveled to other parts of the world mention a lot of things about racism this, racism that. But to be honest, I've not really experienced that here. At least I've stayed here for 5 months. It's a wonderful place. You cannot get lost. There's always somebody around that is willing to help you, that is willing to guide you. And then secondly, about the quality of education, it is wonderful, it is top notch. They operate at a very high standard. At least from my own university where I attend, they operate at a very high standard. And then the lecturers here, the teachers, I would call them teachers because they relate to you like you're at their level. They come down to your level, explain things to you. They're always very willing to help too. So you don't need to be bothered about that. And the good thing is there are also international lecturers. There's lecturers that are not from Taiwan. So even if you're scared that okay, these people here they might treat you one way or the other, no, that's not really the case. And then majority of the lecturers here are actually well traveled. They've spent years in other countries, so they know what it feels like to be an international student. So and for that reason, they can be able to guide you. They can relate to whatever situation you might be facing. So it's a very good thing. It's a very good opportunity to come here. So I also noticed that um, I know that majority of us would have the intention of applying for the MOE Taiwan Scholarship. But fortunately or unfortunately, the truth is, for now, only a few number of people would be given the scholarship. But then the good thing is Taiwan University is here. I think they are very, in my own opinion, they are very generous with scholarships. I can tell you that for sure. They are generous with scholarships. So even if you don't get the government scholarship, there is a very high chance that you would get the school scholarship. So I think here in my class, a number of people, I think there are just very few of us that are under the either ICDF or MOE scholarship. I don't even think we're up to five, at least in my department, my level that people were admitted. That's fall 2023 admission for my department. So the rest of them were under TMU scholarship. So TMU, that's if you're applying to Taipei Medical University, they also give you a scholarship. And then I've also come in contact with international students from other schools. And the majority of them were also not under their government scholarship. They were under their school scholarship. So just don't be skeptical about applying for school. Maybe you feel you're not going to get anything. Definitely something may come out of you applying to one of these schools either way. And then on another note, one good reason for coming here is that it's welcoming, like welcoming, irrespective of your religious beliefs. It's a friendly environment, very welcoming place. There is a whole lot of freedom of expression. You can express yourself anyhow. Like there are different kinds of people here. So if you feel you're a Muslim, maybe you're skeptical about the mosque you're going to be attending, there is a mosque around you. I think I've seen one. If you're a Christian and you're worried about, oh, maybe these people don't go to church, no, that's not true. In Taipei here, there are a lot of churches, Catholic church, interdenominational churches. You're free to attend wherever you want to attend. So I think even every religion, no matter type of religion you worship, you can find it here. You're welcome. And the food, the food is wonderful. I came here with or without any food, and I think I'm one of those people that is not very free with eating anything. But the truth is, I just said, okay, let me just try their food one day, and I enjoyed it. So it's a very good thing to be here. And then also, while you're here, I think there are a good number of competitions available, just like Good Luck mentioned earlier. Good Luck and the Indian. Sorry, I forgot your name.
That's what.
There are a good number of sure, yeah, Ashford. So there are a good number of competitions you can participate in, of which even if you don't win it, at least you can add it to your CV. You can even get a certificate for it, which is a very good thing. So Taiwan is a good place to be, really. I will tell you that for free. It's a very good place to be, a very wonderful place to be. So I think you should make it a point of duty to start applying to schools. And most schools are open now. They might be closing around February, March. So the earlier you apply, the better. So if you have any questions, feel free to communicate to me. I'll always be there to answer you. Thank you.
Wow. That was really, really beautiful, Zumuzo. Thank you so much. Like, I mean, you compacted a lot of things in a very short time, but you made a lot of sense in your experience sharing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We appreciate. So please, if you have any question, just maybe write it somewhere or put it on the chat section and we'll throw it, maybe specify who the question is directed to. And while the last person finishes with their experience sharing, then we can probably ask them the questions. Then we now go into details regarding the applications. So before I left Taiwan for my PhD here in the US, I arrived Taiwan almost at the same time with someone, Ibrahim Haruna, for master. We both got the Taiwan government scholarship, left Nigeria and arrived Taiwan, and we both graduated almost at the same time. He's currently still in Taiwan for his PhD and has also, just like Shashwat, renewed his scholarship, the Taiwan government scholarship, and is currently placed on that scholarship for his PhD. So join me in welcoming Ibrahim Haruna to share his experiences with us. Hello, Ibrahim.
Hi, good day, everyone, and thank you very much for inviting me for this wonderful event. It is really nice having you here, and good to see you again. Hope you are enjoying the US.
Ibrahim, thank you.
Yeah, great. So, like he rightly said, we met online since in Nigeria, and then we met in person here in Taiwan. We have been struggling together for the past 2 to 3 years together. And it is really nice meeting people like Rafael. They have been really helpful. And generally speaking, Shashwat and Zimozo and Good Luck have said almost everything about Taiwan. And what I will say is what they have all said is really true. Studying in Taiwan is really nice and interesting. And at the same time, the people in Taiwan are really good people, even though they might be shy because sometimes if their English is not at your level, they will feel like it's a little bit embarrassing for them to speak in your presence. They feel like, oh, my English is not good, but they will eventually talk to you. So in case you feel like someone did not talk to you, it's not as if because he's avoiding you, that person is probably shy of speaking in your presence because he assumed you speak a very good English better than him. So they are quite shy people, but at the same time, they are very friendly and nice. And they are always happy to see someone speaking their language. So if you plan to come here and you want to stay for quite long, learning a little bit of Mandarin is very good. It's not necessary. It's not necessary at all. Especially if you're in the university system. Like, for example, for me, since I'm a master student now, a PhD student, like Zimozo, she's a master student, all the university premises, campuses, they are all English speaking and friendly. Even the courses, international students always take courses that are taught in English. So it's something that we have to make it very clear to everyone that international students are taking courses strictly taught in English. And this is a very good and strict law from the Ministry of Education. So never feel afraid that someone will teach you in a different language and you may not be able to understand everything or something. They are always speaking in English, and most of even they have some few undergraduate programs that are taught in English. So never feel like the language is a barrier for you or something. So feel free to apply for the scholarship. And then secondly, like Zoom also has said, a lot of Taiwanese professors have a very good experience because they were once international students like us. So they always have that concern in their mind, especially regarding how they teach you or how they approach you or something like that. Even though there might be some people that will fall short of expectation, but that doesn't mean we should make it general. They are trying their best. And another thing about Taiwan is the quality of education. The quality of education is really good, really top notch. If you consider their publications recently, if you have been following them, they have been publishing very good papers back to back. Really high impact papers that they require hard work and dedication and perseverance and some level of smartness to publish in those kind of journals. But I guarantee you, Taiwanese are publishing back to back in those kind of journals. So if you are like a highly ambitious scientist like us, I think Taiwan would be a perfect place for you because the professors there are highly ambitious, and they are always aspiring to publish high impact publications, very good publication in good journals. So I think the quality of education is really good. And then even what they have skipped to talk about is the employment opportunities. There are a lot of employment opportunities here in Taiwan. Even while you are a student, you can still work part-time. If you get your work permit from the Ministry of Labor and Employment, you can work part-time as a student. You are allowed, unless you have a scholarship. Of course, there is no reason for you to work. But if you couldn't get a scholarship or your scholarship is like not complete, you have a chance to work in Taiwan, and you can earn something that you can settle your tuition fee and maybe probably upkeep yourself for during your studies. And of course, after your studies also, you can consider working in Taiwan. The door is open for you to apply for the jobs. And employers, especially importantly, if you can speak, even if it is a basic Mandarin, it will be a huge advantage for you in the labor market. Because right now, like a lot of companies and employers are looking for those that can speak English and those that can speak some level of basic Mandarin for communication with coworkers. But I mean, Taiwan is really looking for a lot of employees, especially in the IT sector, health industry, healthcare industry, and the rest. So if you want to work in Taiwan as well after you finish your studies, you are highly welcome. There are a lot of opportunities, not only studies. And then of course like Zumozo have already talked about the religion. I think they have a free and fair society that you can express yourself and do your religious activities without any hesitation. Almost all cities here, they have their mosque, they have their churches, and even in your university, if you request, for example, we made that request to get a mosque, and our university gave us a mosque, a very beautiful place with an ablution place, Muslim-friendly area, very good with our keys, pass card, and everything. So you don't have to worry about your religion. Something, especially I would like to emphasize for our Muslim brothers, for the halal food. You know, we always have some religion instructions to have halal food. So there are a lot of halal restaurants in Taiwan, and getting halal food is not difficult thing or challenging thing. So you should not worry about that. So yes, it will be a friendly environment for you as a student and as a foreigner. And there are a lot of communities of Christians and Muslims here. So it will be easier for you to settle in, especially Nigerians coming in. I think the number of Nigerians here in Taiwan is getting up higher and higher. So it is not, you will not feel alone. We are always here for you. A lot of us in Taipei, in Taichung, in Kaohsiung, in Hualien, a lot of places, there are a lot of Nigerians. So yes, this is all what I have to say, and nice having you guys, and we are looking forward to see a lot of you in Taiwan, if possible, all of you, because not only MOE scholarship, you can also apply for the Taiwan International Graduate Program, Taipei Medical University Scholarship, or China Medical University Scholarship, Taiwan National University, Taiwan National University, yeah, NTU, National Taiwan University, NTU scholarships, and much more, Gaussian Medical University, a lot. And even for the lecturers, they have elite scholarships for those lecturers in Nigeria. They can apply for those kind of scholarships and study in town. So the opportunities are just so much, and we look forward to have all of you here. It's possible, and that's our aim. Thank you very much, Rafa.
Wow. Oh my goodness. As more experiences are just pouring in, I'm just I feel like you guys are making me to miss Taiwan anyway. So, so thank you so much, Ibrahim, for your experience. That is very,
Can
very
always go back.
huh?
Yeah, yeah.
You can always
and
go back
you
there.
can always go by. That's the funny thing. Good Luck just visited Taiwan during the Christmas for a holiday. He just paid a visit to Taiwan. All you know how the requirement is usually if you're going to Taiwan for the first time. But it didn't take Good Luck to go back to Nigeria for him to visit Taiwan because he already has the residence permit, even if it has expired. But for the fact that he has been in Taiwan for a couple of times, it is easier for him to reach to Taiwan wherever he is. He visited Taiwan during the Christmas holiday. So
That is very interesting.
yeah, so it's a very beautiful thing. So wow, thank you so much, Ibrahim, for your experience. It's amazing, and well, I thank you guys, everyone that really came up to share their experiences. And so if you have any question for any of them, you can ask. Okay, I'm seeing someone raising hand. Good luck, but remember, if your question is pertaining applications and everything, we'll go into details very soon. So just if you have questions regarding their experience and what they have shared, please you can ask now. Okay. So Leonard Asogwa, please you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, very well.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Raphael, and other speakers for the experience shared. It's quite interesting. I just have a few questions here. Number one is from the experience of those that discussed with us here. They were only talking about medical, maybe IT, all these things. So my question is, what about, because I'm in science, pure science, so what about science? Literally, somebody talk about type A medical university. So is medical. So what about other field? Are we exempted, or is it only for the medical? Then second question I have like 4 here. Second question is, so just like others also, they were talking about masters, my masters, what about PhD? Because for me, in short, I'm a master's student currently. So perhaps I'll be talking about coming there for PhD. Then I would like them also to throw more light on PhD. And for the, is it Shao, the other, is it Chinese or I don't know?
Shashwat is Indian.
Yeah. He was talking about, yes, he was talking about internship. So being in my second year master's, so if there is something like research internship opportunities, maybe I'm interested in that one also, that I can just come for research and come back. And perhaps finally the links to all these applications, maybe you say that will be mentioned later. So yes, these are my questions before we proceed. Thank you all for the knowledge we shared. Thank you.
Okay. I mean, Good Luck, do you have an answer to any of his questions? I mean, we all have answers to that, but maybe Hello.
I mean, I think you can answer them because they are like
Okay. So, okay, no problem. So first of all, Leonard, when it comes to, yes, the reason why, you hear medical is because of the institution we all attended. Like Shashwat, Good Luck, and Zimuzo. I and Shashwat and Zim and Good Luck attended the same Taipei Medical University where Zimuzo is currently doing her master's and Shashwat has continued to do his PhD. Then Ibrahim is in China Medical University. That doesn't mean that the only universities in Taiwan are all medicals. No, we have a lot of like if you had heard Ibrahim, he mentioned NTU, National Taiwan University. There are a lot of universities in Taiwan. There are more than 20. So when we go into the application into details, then you will see that I will share with you some of the universities that you can apply to, especially that does their masters and PhD in English, which is approved by the MOE. So, and for the other question regarding that it's all about masters, no, it's not just about masters. Right now, Shashwat has continued to do his PhD. Ibrahim has also continued to do his PhD after the master's program they had attended. And for PhD, you can still go straight up into applying for PhD straight up without having done masters in Taiwan. So it is just the same way you can apply and get a master's admission, it's the same way you can apply and get a PhD admission. So I don't know if I've been able to answer your questions.
Yes.
Because while we go into details, then I'll look into the whole application process with you guys.
Okay. But about the internship that I asked
About the internship,
yes.
like I said, I had experienced the internship.
Mm.
Understand? After I did my master's, I had an opportunity of doing a 2 month internship in Taiwan with Academia Sinica. It's a research institute. So now there are other internships that are currently springing up, which is what Shashwat brought to our attention. I know about some of them. So now he's posting some of them. He's posting a link to some of them. So we'll look into it ourselves. So it's an internship you can like spend some months in Taiwan and do some research, then maybe go back afterwards. So those opportunities, we're also look into it, and that's the reason why we are having this conversation, so that we can avail to you the opportunities that you should have access to. So that being said, I think we should move on to Kingsley Chisom. Kingsley Chisom, kindly unmute yourself and ask your question, please.
Good day, everyone. Good day, Raphael, Zimuzo, familiar faces.
Okay.
Thank you for organizing this event. It's really insightful.
Thank you.
I have a question. I don't know if I should ask it now, but my question is this. The MOE scholarship, is it restricted to only fall intake? Because I saw in the site you shared with me, Raphael, where they said if you have any Taiwan government scholarship or any school scholarship, you are ineligible to apply.
No.
So now, for someone that has a scholarship already, maybe a school scholarship, can the person still apply?
The answer to that is yes, and I want Shashwat to share his experience on that, because Shashwat has gotten school scholarship, and but when he got the MOE scholarship, he was converted back to the he was converted to the MOE scholarship, which is, I mean, in quotes, which is better. But at the end of the day, I want someone with the experience to share it. Shashwat, please.
Rafael, can you please break down the question? Like,
Okay, when you got admitted for your PhD, you were considered for the Taiwan, you were considered for the local scholarship that's offered by TMU. But when you eventually got the MOE scholarship, they removed you from the TMU scholarship, then placed you on MOE.
Yeah. So basically, the university scholarships, they announce the result earlier as compared to the MOE scholarship. And the moment you get the MOE scholarship, you start getting the stipend from the September of that year. So you don't have to pay for the tuition fee. And then the monthly stipend is 20,000 NTD. And the other thing is, since in some universities there are two intakes, like the fall intake and the spring intake. But this is what's mentioning that the scholarship will begin in September. Okay, so even if you get your admission into the month of February, so maybe the school will make some arrangements for you. But this happened with some of the students at Taipei Medical University. So, but this is for sure that the scholarship period will begin in September. So, to the most of the students who are aiming for the MOE scholarship, if you could like aim for the September intake, that could be much better. Because that could be another challenge for you. Because if you get the admission for the February month and then you apply, like you will start getting the scholarship from the next semester.
So
like
but
in TMU,
but the good thing there is, if for instance you got the spring admission and you already have a scholarship given to you by the university, you can be on that scholarship. But once you are able to secure the MOE scholarship, from whenever they are going to announce the result, the list will be forwarded to the university, and you will be converted automatically to the MOE scholarship, which is from September.
So basically, the MOE scholarship would be like for a PhD degree would be for 4 years. So if you come into February, you always have an advantage.
Yes.
Because when your PhD is like for 4.5 years, you have the additional support of 6 months already from the university. So even if you spend 4 more years, you have the support for the 4.5 years.
Okay. So Kingsley, did you hear that?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Do we have any other question regarding to any of the experience sharing persons? Okay. Well, guys, please, thank you so much for your experience. Please, if you have time, you can hang around. But in case you have something else you want to you're doing, because that was why I wanted you guys to share your experience first, just in case, because I know you guys have busy schedules and very tight schedules. So in case you have something else you want to do, then no problem. We understand. But for those maybe if you have maybe your LinkedIn profile, you can share it on in the chat section so that the audience can probably look you up or maybe add you and just message you just in case. I think LinkedIn should be a preferable place, but if you have any other platform you prefer them to reach out to you in case they want to reach out to you in person, please just share your profile. Then
Rafael?
Yes.
Sorry. I might have to head out in a bit. But then I just want to say one more thing. I don't know before I leave.
You say?
I said I would be heading out in a bit.
Okay. No problem. That's exactly why I wanted you guys to share, because I know you have tight schedules. So if you have something, just you have the floor, please. Thank you.
Okay. So finally, I just wanted to say this because I didn't remember to say it earlier. That one of the things that you could also get by studying in Taiwan is having a platform for discipline transition. So my master's program was more like the transition from clinical imaging, because I trained as a diagnostic radiographer in Nigeria, but then I wanted to transition into engineering. I know in other parts of the world, this would be almost impossible because they would want you to have like a background in engineering if you're going to do a master's in engineering, or you have like a background in something if you're going to like move into that particular field, maybe like transitioning into another field. But it actually was very easy for me to like, transition and just take necessary courses or something. So for people who, just like the person who asked questions or whatever background you might be considering, even if you are pure sciences, so like pure chemistry, I'm sure you could always find programs that are related to whatever it is that you have interest in. I mean, it's more about research, and whatever field of research you want to do, I think your background or whatever, physics or chemistry or whatever, can actually fit in appropriately. So with that being said, I think I would just encourage everyone who wants to apply to please do so. Raphael is here to guide you to do it. And then if there are like other questions you may have, I think you could also like email him personally and get, close mentorship or whatever. All right. Thank you so much, Raphael, for having me today. Thank you, every other scholarship recipient. I really appreciate your time, and yes, have a nice day ahead.
Wow, thank you so much. Good luck. We really appreciate your time, and thanks a lot for making our time for this event. We really appreciate. I mean, I personally cannot thank you enough for always, making your time available to help, help us, share this knowledge to our people out there. So thank you so much, and please do have a nice day. Thank you so much. Okay, so can you guys see my screen? Hello?
Yes. We
Okay,
can see your
okay.
screen.
So you can see the screen I'm sharing. So now, these are the list of universities and colleges that are providing degree programs taught in English for whether you're applying for the MOE scholarship or not. This is going to be a very good list for you. So now, I will gently scroll down so that you can actually see, then give you some of the key points. These documents are actually public, so you can have access to it anywhere, but I'll share the links to you guys. So now, for the person asking, do they not offer a undergraduate program? Please, if you look at this, this document now, you can wait. Am I still sharing?
Yeah. You're still sharing.
Okay. So if you look at this document now, you can see bachelor's, you can see master's, you can see PhD. So now you see name of universities and college, department, and program. So for any of the place that is circled, what it means is that they offer such programs in English for such places. So usually bachelor's program in Taiwan, most of them are not done in English. Most of them are not done in English, even though they are making extra effort to convert their programs into all English. But most of the programs that are done for the master's programs are done in English, and the PhDs are done in English. But for bachelor's, it is important that if you want to do a bachelor's program in Taiwan, you have to go through, first of all, the language learning process, which I will also share about the Mandarin scholarship that is available for you to apply. Do a 6 to 1 year month language program under the Taiwan Scholarship, and apply for the undergraduate program, which you can actually get while still doing that internship in that language, while still learning the language program. So this I will talk in the future in this particular event. So now I'm going to show you. So you have there are a lot of universities. This is National Taipei University of Technology. Now they have a master's that they offer in English, a international master program in mechanical and automation engineering. They offer a PhD, but they don't offer a PhD in that program. But they offer a PhD in international graduate program in College of Mechanical and Electrical Engineering, but they don't offer a master's in it in English. Probably there is a master's in their language, in Mandarin, but not a district, but I'm not so sure. So wherever you see that this thing is ticked, I mean, it's circled, it means, so now this program, they offer international program of electrical engineering and computer science, both in English for masters and English for PhD. So one can graduate from this master's program of this EECS and still continue doing PhD in EECS at National Taipei University of Technology. And the list continues. So now, okay, you see, for bachelors, you see, for international program for interaction design and innovation, you don't even need to do learn the language because it is offered in English. So you can also apply for this program in English in Taiwan. Okay, if you want to also do English language program, it is offered in English for undergraduates and English for masters. So it all lies in the secret and being able to understand how to go about selecting the universities and the program. Now, for National Donghua University, you can see that they offer a bachelor degree program of data science in English, which is very wonderful. And for physics, they offer physics in English, both for masters, bachelors, and the PhD. So you can even decide to move to Taiwan and do all programs in English for Department of Physics in National Donghua University. So, and the list continues. For chemistry, they offer it in masters and PhD, material science and engineering. So I know that some of you might say, these are all sciences. Calm down, we're coming. The list is going on. Now, Bachelor of Program of Accounting and Information, I believe this is social science. They offer at National Donghua University. They offer a bachelor's program, and even management science and finance, they offer a bachelor's program. Then the business administration, they offer a master's program. The business administration and they also offer a division of business administration, Department of Business Administration. They also offer a PhD. So, and the list goes on. Logistics management, they offer a master's program. International business, they offer a master's. So you see, they have a lot of master's program for even tourism, recreation, and leisure. There's a master's program. Department of Finance, they offer both undergraduate and even a master's in English. So then this is National Donghua University, and it has a lot of other things. Master of Humanity and Environmental Science. Now, for National Taipei University of Nursing and Health Sciences, they offer a nursing master's program both for masters and PhD, and they also offer international nurse and midwifery master's program in English. Then you go to Wenzhou Osline University of Languages. Now, they offer, even as a bachelor's, you can do international affairs, English, and foreign this thing. So, and the list goes on and goes on to so many universities. Now, at the end of the list, how many universities are you? This is updated this year. How many universities can you see? You can see 41 universities in Taiwan with different programs. This National Tsinghua University, you see they are even doing chemistry, astronomy, chemical engineering, a lot of them, even nano engineering and microsystems, they are doing all of them, both masters and PhD. There's no undergraduate for them. So, but that doesn't mean there are no undergraduate. I mean, for somebody, see, like this National Sun Yat-sen University, they offer biological sciences, quantum science, applied mathematics, chemistry, all of them, they do bachelors. Those ones, they're not even, for this program, they're not even concerned in masters. Everybody is doing bachelors in English. Even marine biotechnology, this is a very nice institution that anybody who wants to go for a bachelor's degree should be targeting this National Yat-sen University, because Almost all the programs they're offering, especially in sciences, even Department of Photonics, are all done in English for bachelors. Then you scroll up, you see a lot of universities. Look at this Ming Chuan University, business trade. You see journalism and mass communication in English for bachelors, fashion and innovation management by bachelor's degree, all in English. So there is a school for everybody, and there is a program for everybody. So if you say you want to do a bachelor's degree, there's a school for you. And if you say you want to do a master's degree, there's a school for you. That Taipei Medical University does not do this. Let's look for, I think, Taipei Medical University. Can I find it? Okay. But Taipei Medical University, where is Taipei? Where's Taipei? Where's Taipei? Where is Taipei? Okay, yeah, Taipei Medical University. Now, this is where I had studied. So you see that Taipei Medical University does not even offer any program for bachelor's degree. So that does not mean that there are no institutions that offer program in bachelor's degree. All you need to do is to find out the institution that offers the program you're interested, bachelor's, master's, or PhD, look at the criteria, meet up the criteria, and apply. And I can tell you the application process is very simple. And the application process for most of the universities are all the same. So I think that being said, okay. So that being said, you guys have seen that there are so many universities you can actually apply to in Taiwan, right? So now the next thing we want to look at is the funding opportunities. Now I'm going to use just the university I had attended as a template for you to see the various fundings that could be possible for one to use. And please mute your mic if you're not speaking. Who is that?
Show me 230
Okay.
31 hours. Please, can you mute yourself?
Okay. So, okay, that being said, now you see you can apply for a bachelor's degree. Now, let's first of all look at this Taiwan government scholarship, for instance. So let's look at the Taiwan government scholarship. Now, can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the advert. Like I said, it was posted on 2024, 16th of January, or be updated on 17th of January. I had access to it on 19th of January. So now, this application is currently on and will be what? Will be ending May 15th, postmarked. So it is important that you submit early in case. But now, one of the requirements for you to apply for this scholarship is that you must have already made application to a university in Taiwan. If you have gotten admission, good for you. But you must have already made application for you to be able to apply for this scholarship. So now, aside from the main purpose, which is for them to encourage outstanding Nigerians. Now this is from the Taipei Trade Office in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. For the Indian audiences, please, you can also find this advert in the Taipei Trade Office of the Consulate of Taiwan in India. It is always officially released on their website. So maybe when you search 2024 Taiwan Scholarship Program India, you will be able to see the website, so you can open it. But this is for Nigerians. So now, the The MOE, now, what does this cover? Now, this scholarship will be able to, take care of both your tuition to the amount of 40,000 NTDs. To the amount of 40,000 NTDs. I don't know if, those of you, I don't know if they're like, what's this, maybe the kind of converters you guys use, but I'm very sure that if you convert, I'm very sure that if you convert 40,000 NTD, 40,000 NTD into Naira, I am very sure that you should be looking at, let's say 40,000 NTD into Naira. So you should be looking at, okay, let's say in dollars, we should be looking at $1,200 or more. But let's say we look at it in Naira, we are looking at okay, that's 1.2 million Naira for every semester. And that is what the Taiwan government will be paying for your tuition on the for your tuition. So for those, there are some universities that if this 40,000 they will be paying for you will not be able to cover up the school fees, then the university will have to now complete it. Because that's why they say the remaining amount must be paid to the university by, must be paid to the university by the student. No, but that must be paid to the university college by the student. Usually it is not paid by you, the student. Once you're on MOE, the school will pay the rest. But that is if there is such amount. So now the stipend for undergraduate. So for you to be able to understand, an undergraduate can get the Taiwan government scholarship. So it is not only for masters, it's not only for PhD. Now, this a monthly stipend of 15,000 NTD, that's approximately $476, will be given to the person every month. Every month is not even up to every month, the way you count it in Nigeria. For those that are doing masters, you get 20,000 NTD. Both masters and PhD get the same amount of stipend. So now for undergraduate, you receive it for maximum of 4 years. For masters, it is the maximum of 2 years. Masters is 2 years in Taiwan. For PhD, maximum of 4 years. But just like Shashwat had earlier shared, you can finish doing your masters, and because you can only earn this scholarship for a maximum of 5, I think award of 5 years. As you can see, the maximum total length of award is 5 years. After satisfactory completion of a degree study program, the student may apply for another Taiwan scholarship for a higher degree, just like Ibrahim and Shashwat have done. That is why both of them are doing PhD now, and they are still under the same scholarship. But instead of 4 years, they will be getting the scholarship for 3 years, which is a very big advantage. I believe the rest must probably be taken care of by the PI or the university. Now, yes, even so, one of the reasons why I am trying to, increase the awareness of this scholarship to Nigerians is to know if we can be able to get the numbers of awardees to be increased. Now, they wrote 3 here. I don't know if they are actually limited to offering this scholarship to 3 persons, but my point there is that there's no harm in trial. So let us see if probably they get a lot of applications from Nigerians who are willing to study in Taiwan. Probably they could increase the quota for us. So, and mind you, you have a lot of laws. You don't have to disobey the laws of the country. You have to keep up to a certain grade to keep up with your scholarship. Don't worry about that. It is not a problem. If you can get admission in a Taiwan university, you can be able to study for your master's or PhD. Now, who are those who are eligible? You just finished high school graduate. You are just a high school graduate. You have an academic performance in your school. You have good moral character, and you don't possess criminal records. then you're eligible. You are a citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You're not a national of Taiwan. You're not a member of. You're not. You don't. You're not from Republic of China, which is the mainland China. Okay, sorry. You're not a Taiwan overseas compatriot student. Sorry, not mainland China. I think there's some criteria here regarding mainland, but maybe this is specifically for us. So now you have never enrolled in Taiwan for the same level of degree studies before. Is not an exchange student in accordance with any agreement of cooperation between an international university. So basically, you're not a recipient of any other scholarship or subsidy offered by the Taiwan government or any educational institution in Taiwan. So that is why you will. Okay, all right, Ibrahim, thank you very much for participating. I got your message. Thanks for your experience sharing. Yeah, I'll send it to you. Thank you so much. Thanks, Ibrahim, for coming in. So like I said, the application is ending on May 15th. Now, what are the documents? What do you need? You need to complete the Taiwan Scholarship application form, which I'll show to you guys very soon. You have to have a photocopy of your Nigerian passport, then a photocopy of your diploma and transcripts of highest degree obtained. Please obtain an authenticated translation if the original is not in English. If you're from Nigeria, our certificates are in English, our documents are all in English. So now you have to have a photocopy. So if you have not gotten your diploma or your certificate, you can use your statement of result. But you see, transcript is a must. So if you're going for a master's program, you have to have your transcript of undergraduate and your secondary school certificate, your O-level certificate, you must. Then you have to have your diploma. If you're going for a PhD, you have to have your certificate for master's. You have to have your transcript for master's. You have to have your undergraduate certificate, your undergraduate transcript, and even your O-level results. They don't joke with O-level, especially they don't joke with O-level certificate, especially by Taiwan. So now a photocopy of application for admission to participating university. So that's why I said, imagine if you already have an offer, you can submit a copy of your application that you have made to the university and attach your admission, your letter of admission that you have been admitted into their application. So now they say photocopies of the application fee remittance. Okay. The application form and the notice or email from the university acknowledging receipt of the application. Okay, that is if you have any of these also, you can attach. There's no too much evidence. There can only be less evidence for you. So then language proficiency proof. Please, if you are a graduate of the University of Nigeria, you don't need to write TOEFL or any English proficiency to apply to universities in Taiwan. But if some of the institutions you're applying to insist, for me, before I left my institution in Taiwan, I had made sure that English proficiency was waived for Nigerians because we are English-speaking countries. So in case you happen to, the program you're applying for requires that you apply for, you present an evidence of English proficiency, please get the English proficiency cover from your previous university. Let them just write something indicating that you have been on the letter of the head of the institution, indicating that you were instructed in English while you were studying in that institution. UNN automatically offers theirs when you're applying for your transcript. You can get a copy as well. So please know that if you're from Nigeria, you can get your English proficiency cover letter from either your registrar, from your program, or from your institution. Anyhow, I just know you can get it. And you don't need to write TOEFL or all those stuff like that. So, but if you still want to go ahead and write TOEFL, good. Still a good thing. Score a very good band, and that's it. But they are also recommending that applications for non-all English study programs, Okay, so if you're applying for English for programs that are not English study programs, you have to actually present this test of Chinese as a foreign language. You have to take this test and attain a level 3. So, but most programs are offered in English most programs that we have to apply to are the ones offered in English. So what's the point of this? So you don't have to. Then for English study programs, if English is not your native language, a score report for an English proficiency such as TOEFL is required, but you don't need to. So applicants who apply to a program not included in the Ministry of Education's English program list must provide a photocopy of an all English program proof document issued by the intended university. So what is this saying? If the institutions I had showed to you guys are actually the ones provided by the Ministry of Education list. They are the ones. So, but if you're applying to any other institution that are not on the list, you have to provide evidence that they are actually doing their programs in English. So you don't have to bother yourself about this. Then you have to have 2 reference letters from, if you're coming from secondary school, principal. If you're coming from your university, the college or university president or the registrar can do this. Professors and all supervisors, personally signed and placed in sealed envelope. Now, let me explain to you, you're not the first person. I have applied for this. Zimuzo have applied for this. All of us have applied for this and we all did this. You have to have a reference letter. If you can have a reference letter that is coming from your principal, if you're applying for a bachelor's degree, it is okay. Indicating that, even a reference letter coming from your principal and one of your teachers in secondary school, indicating that they are supporting this, your application to study for your bachelor's degree in Taiwan. It's okay. For those in the university, you can get a letter from the professor. You can get one from the professor. You can get one from the registrar, if possible. All it takes is get a recommendation letter. Now, so when they are done with this recommendation letter, they will now put it in an envelope. Then they will now sign, because they will seal the envelope, they will now sign across that envelope, indicating that it is sealed. So that is, so you yourself will not be able to see it, or you shouldn't be able to see it, except the person giving you reference letter wants you to see it. So that is one of the requirements. So you have to take 2 recommendation letters or a free letter. That is, maybe if you have a supervisor, if you're going for a PhD, you have your previous supervisor. You're going for a bachelor's, master's, you have somebody who's supervising your bachelor's. They can also give you a recommendation letter. So for those in the university going for master's or PhD, you have 3 opportunities. Either you get it from the registrar, 1 copy from registrar, 1 from professor. You get from the dean, you get from your personal supervisor, you get from any other professor, writing that they are recommending you for this Taiwan government scholarship, as well as for your admission in Taiwan. Remember that the way you will get recommendation for this scholarship is not the same if you are applying to institution, because applying to institution is different from applying to Taiwan government scholarship. So if you have any confusion for this particular reference letter, okay, maybe let me run down there. If you have any question, you raise up. Then a completed Taiwan scholarship terms of agreement. I'll show you guys this. I'll show you the application form. I'll show you the scholarship terms of agreement. Then, okay, Shashwat. Okay, thank you, Shashwat. Thank you for participating. Shashwat is leaving. Thanks for your experience sharing. Please, if you are in the audience and you are among those who are making applications, or you want to make applications next year, I don't think I'll be able to do this particular event this way again after this time. So now you have to complete the agreement. The applicant must go to the Taiwan Scholarship website, which is this website, to finish the online application. Now, I visited this Taiwan, I visited this link. Let's Are you guys seeing the link open? Can you guys see the link open, or you see a different thing? Hello? What are you guys seeing on your screen? Are you seeing a new website or the old website I was talking about?
I can see a new website written welcome back.
Okay, great. So now this is the link that they are saying. So I actually had to, just fill up application, just a kind of a robot application, so that we can be able to see what they have there. Okay, so that we can be able to see what they have there. Okay. Okay, so now when I looked at because I filled the form. So now when you're filling, you have to select the office of the place you're actually, because you're going to submit a hard copy at that at the office, this type A trade office of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in Lagos. You have to submit a hard copy. So I think when you apply online here, they collaborate it with your application offline, and they will probably, you get to know your status of your application here. You understand? So if you have applied, they'll probably show applied. So, but this is the first time they are actually giving, like, asking people to also submit. So the only thing you have to is just create an account and you set your nationality. So you create account, then you set your nationality, then that's it, then save it. I think that's the only thing that is available on this dashboard for you to be able to do. There's no, much this thing that you have to do for this website. So that's the only thing. Then okay. So for those looking, so now you have to mail where you're going to submit your application. You have to send it to this address in Lagos. If you're in Lagos or you have a friend who you trust, please let them hand this over themselves at the office. It's just when you get to the office, you are at this Thompson Avenue, you get to the address, you hand it over to the security officials through their pigeonhole, and I think you write your name also that you have applied somewhere. So please avail yourself this opportunity. So I think this is a rundown of this scholarship. So now I'm going to show you the application form and how it looks like, and also the other and also the agreement. Okay, yes. So now I'm sharing my screen again with you guys. So can you guys see the application form? Can you see the application form?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, so see, application form for the MOE Taiwan Scholarship. This application form should be typed in English or Chinese and completed by the applicant. So each question must be answered clearly and completed. Detailed answers are required in order to make the most arrangements. If necessary, additional pages of the same size may be attached. Are you seeing it? So now say should be typed, very much underlined, should be typed. Some people now will go and do what? Some people will go and use pen and be writing and go and do this thing. Should be typed. So how do you do that? You just use you can use a PDF editor. Like I can decide to, for instance, since I'm using this thing, I can decide to Okay, I can decide to, I'm applying for undergraduate. I tick it. I'm applying for this. I tick it. You can use your Adobe to do everything that you have to do, or you download the form in Word document that you can be able to adjust, but make sure you type it in. I mean, this is a common edit, anybody can do this. Then your name, here you apply, you put a passport that has not been more than 3 months old. Then you fill your details, nationality, your parents' name and nationality, place of birth, both left and right, the contact information, permanent address, your permanent address in Nigeria. Then this, marital status, date of birth, past residence in Taiwan. But for those who have lived in Taiwan before, if you have not, it is not your never, you choose never. Then if you have received the scholarship before, you Taiwan, and so now I will also talk to you about Hawaii enrichment. That's the one I told you about, those who want to apply for the language program. So it's usually 1 year program of Chinese, but afterwards you can decide to apply for an undergraduate program and do your undergraduate studies. Or if all your business is you just want to learn the language program, the Mandarin, then they can take care of it. So health condition, contact person in case of an emergency, language proficiency, both in English and Chinese. Don't worry, they are not good. They just want to know your they want to know your capacity and all. So if you're from an English speaking country and you trust your English, I think you should do very well to rate yourself here. Then if you have any other language you can still do it. Your educational background. Then the references, those 2 people that are giving you references, you place them, their name here, who they are, their telephone, email, their telephone number, email address, and their mailing address. I think I'll probably show you guys a copy of mine when I was filling mine. I don't know if I can find it, but so no, I'm not going to show because I have personal details there, so I won't show it. So contact information, type of organization, then university and department which you plan to attend. Please don't just write university alone. So now, if you are applying to university and department which you plan to attend, so I think if you're applying to more than 2 universities, we can probably list them here. But usually, I advise that you target 1 university with this scholarship. So, so therefore, you have the university. So when you write the name, like for instance, I can write Taipei Medical University, then / then I'll now write the department that I want to apply, School of Pharmacy or whatever program that you want to apply. Please briefly state your study plan while in Taiwan. Study plan while in Taiwan. This is study plan. If you're among those in my mentorship program, I recently sent you an article regarding how to write a very good study plan. If you read it, you can come up with a very good study plan. They say briefly. So if this page is not enough, so when they say briefly, that doesn't mean you just have to write something that will cover from here to here. If this page is not enough, please find a way to elongate it, then maybe cut it, elongate it, then join. But make sure you elaborate on your study plan. Don't just say because they say briefly, you go and write one small thing. Then declaration, you tick the ones that are this thing. Then this is checklist. Your application form, which is this form. Then your passport, the highest degree and academic transcript, blah, 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 blah. Then you make sure you sign and you append a date. So that is for this. Then you also have to where is the okay. So you have to also have to sign this agreement, which I told you guys about, that you must sign an agreement. The terms of agreement for the Taiwan Scholarship Program, you must sign it. You have to read it. If you don't like it, good and fine. But if you like it and you like what they are telling you here, you write your name, you sign, and you append date. This is also a requirement to apply for the scholarship. Think I'm done. Is there any other thing that I wanted to share? Let's look. Okay. So now, aside from this, there are also aside from this okay, now I have on this website, I'm going to share with you guys. On this website, I had written an article regarding some universities in Taiwan and their various websites, but that is old. You can still use it. Let me go to, okay, let me share the link with you guys on chat. Everyone. Okay. So now I'm going to share my screen and still show you guys. Yeah. So now I had written this, I think how long? I don't know. I don't remember, but that was some time ago. Okay, in 2022, April 26th. Now, these are the information. These are the various universities in Taiwan. Like I said, this is not a complete list, but is to show you the universities that actually accept both fall application and spring application. Like my university, Taipei Medical University, accepts application. So now this link may not work, but I believe if you click it, it might take you to a link. Yeah, okay, you see, this is my institution 2024 TMU admission for international students. So at least this is still active. So now this application is ending when? For Taipei Medical University, application last date for apply is March 15th. Oh my God, there's a lot of time in TMU. So March 15th is when TMU is going to stop the application for fall 2024. So imagine if I say, let me apply now. So now they have for the guideline, they also, can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So first of all, if you're a first-time user, you create an account, which is normal. I don't think applying application should be anything difficult for anybody. Then now, this is for master's brochure. For those that are applying for master's, you can open this and read brochure regarding the program you are applying for. This is for PhD. It is important you understand what you're going in for. It is very, very important you understand what you're going in for. So let's assume that I really want to apply for this. Let's assume I want to apply to this university now. Let's just do a dummy application. So I have to create an account. So first of all, I have to put my email address, first name, last name, my date of birth, then create a password, then put this verification. So like I said, let's do a dummy application just in case for those who do not know how to best apply. Okay. Let me check. Um, okay, let me just use Sunny Rafi 508. Okay. First name, I could say my name is Peter. Last name, Peter Okun. Yeah, I was born probably in 1994. Month, any month, day, any day. I can use anything for password. Um, then verification code, use this, what they gave you here, and create. Password must be 8 to 12 characters. Okay. Uh, Mix of numbers and letters and numbers. Okay, I'm using a symbol. That's why. She work now. Okay. All right. So I have to activate it in my email. So I'll go to my email where I received the email, then activate. So if because I have activated, it will tell me if I go to main page, I can now 2024. Okay. So I can now apply. I mean, I can now sign in 6735 login. See? So make sure you read whatever they're telling you in the English version. Yes, I agree, I guess. Yes, I agree. Then you can get started with on your application. You say, what program are you applying for? Let's say now, because they don't offer an undergraduate degree, they won't give you an option for undergraduate. Remember, when we looked at the criterion, we didn't see anyone for masters in Taipei Medical University undergraduate degree. Now you have two, you can apply for two programs at the same time. So I can say I want to do a PhD here, PhD in pharmacy. Okay, they only have two programs, then select this one. Then I want to do another PhD in public health, then select this one, good and fine. But at the end of the day, you put your name as it is on your passport, then you choose whatever this thing. I'm just gonna fill it with a dummy. Like I said, Peter Okon. Then you say, remember they say full legal name. If you have a middle name, you put here. Then passport, you just select anything. Um, I'm just gonna probably select any image. Yeah. So passport number. Um, So you put your passport number, you put a lot of things that I wouldn't want to be popping up because of, okay, I should have done this on, yeah, I think that's what I would do. Let me just save these ones. Copy, then come in. Okay, so maybe open. I'm coming. I want to. Okay. I guess incognito would not. I'm just okay. Incognito does not allow sharing. Well, all the same. I mean, it's not a big deal making applications. So you just fill up your applications as it comes. You put the information required of you until you're done. Immediately you supply the details of your professors or your recommenders, you will be able to, once you submit your application, they will get the link for them to now write a recommendation on your behalf. Remember, for MOE, they have to put it in envelope. But for this one now, they will get a link for them to write a recommendation on your behalf. If they've written a recommendation for you to be for your admission before, then they will just have to upload it in the link given to them. So I wanted to make all these applications and get to that point and probably use my personal email as a recommendation so that we see the information that they can see when you submit such application. But due to, because my laptop has already saved a lot of my details, so they keep on popping up and I'm comfortable with sharing a lot of details with you guys publicly in this manner, and this is being recorded. So I will not go on with the showing you guys again about the application. So but that being said, no, I think another thing that I wanted to show to you guys is, let's say we go to Taipei Medical University website. Let's go to Taipei Medical University website, which is this. It could be any other website. So we go to admissions, graduate. Now, I want you guys to look at the scholarship aspect because of what we had told you guys earlier, scholarships. So you see that TMU on its own offers 3 categories of scholarship. In case you are somebody who did not get the MOE Taiwan Government Scholarship, don't worry, you must not. TMU has 3 types of scholarship: type A, type B, type C. This type A now is for doctoral students. If you're going for a PhD, you get 16,000 NTD. They also waive your tuition. Then if you're actually going for a master's program, you can get either type B or type C. If you got type C, that means they will pay your school fees. Then you will now be able to probably get a work permit and you can work from time to time to get stipend. But if you get the type B scholarship, you'll be getting a monthly stipend of 12,000 NTD, and they'll pay your tuition, and there'll be no need for you to get work permit. But if you can still get work permit if you want. So that is now this. So there's also the Taiwan Scholarship, which is the one we just already have discussed. Then this is Taiwan ICDF. Now, this is for those who are coming from a country that has good relationship with Taiwan in terms of good recognition with Taiwan. Nigeria is not in the list, but some countries are in the list. If you check, if you are among those whose countries are in the list for ICDF, you can apply for ICDF. So, and a bunch of other scholarship. Now, this is not just for Taiwan, this thing. We can look at maybe any other university. Let's say Taiwan universities. Okay, let's assume we choose. Let's choose this. Okay, this is another medical university. No, I want something else. Let's say this university. Let's search on Google. Can you guys see it? Can you guys see
Yes.
what I'm sharing? Okay, then
Yeah.
I click on the first link because that is what, or you can go to the website. So, okay, it's opened. Now, they have their website in English automatically, but if in case they are not, you can translate it into English. So what are the programs that they offer? They offer programs, let's say, okay, they offer the College of Life and Creativity, college of this, let's say College of Engineering. Remember, there's always a school for you. If the one you're looking at does not do your program, there could be one for you. Okay, now that means they have the electronic engineering and all that. Let's say I want to do electronic engineering. Let me click on it. I want to actually look at, okay, let me go to admission section. Okay, apply to this. Let me see. Okay. Required documents. A copy of the application form. Okay. 5 identical passports. Okay. It depends on what the application form. I think you have to download an application form for this one. But let's look at their tuition and fees. Okay, I think this is not for international students. Should be able to get, okay, foreign students. Okay, see, international students. Okay, prospective students. That's those who are interested in studying in their school. See, you have, now we have a different platform for us. So you can convert the website to English. International students, prospective students. Okay, international reflection, application forms. So you see, I think they have a scholarship application form. So probably when you look at their requirement, see, so their requirement will tell you what you need to fill. So I don't know that this is just peculiar to each university and how you apply to each university. So I was only trying to point out that aside from this Taiwan government scholarship we are talking about, there are still other scholarships that are available by the institution, and they usually consider people before, they usually consider people for those scholarships, even if you don't have the Taiwan government scholarship. I want to look at one of the institutions that offer undergraduate program. Let's look at this national that offer a lot of undergraduate program. National Sonyan. Yeah, this is the website. See, it's in Mandarin, so you can always select English up here. So you have English version. So you see scholarships. Let's look at scholarships. Okay, see, NSYSU scholarship for prospective international degree students. So now, see, they offer scholarship to even those that are doing bachelors. But you have to keep up with, like I said, this is not a problem. Keeping up with the grade is not a problem. You can always do that. So you see, they have their own school scholarships for doctoral, masters, and bachelors. Then they also have a scholarship application. They have their own of a scholarship application that you can actually make as an international student. So as a prospective student, let's say degree students, let's see their, okay, so you can see their admission requirements. You can see, okay, apply now. Okay, let's see the admission timeline. Let's see if application is still ongoing there. For the 4-4, you see, application will end in March 15th. So it is still going on. For those who want to target spring, application will start August 1st and end in September 30th. So that means application is currently on for this university. What is the admission requirement? See, common requirements are these. Just these ones. Then if you want to, let's say, College of Management, okay, you see, College of Management, you see they are offering bachelor's degree in business management. Let's go to business management. Now, language of instruction. Some courses are taught in English, but not enough for graduation requirements. Okay, some courses are taught in English, but not enough for. The basic thing is they offer the programs in English, and for you to be able to apply, you have to applicant must meet these proficiency for non-native English speaking. We are native English speaking in Nigeria. Required documents: recommendation letter, study plan, including research plan, then autobiography. You just write about yourself. English and Chinese proficiency certificate. That is if you have application information form for international student. I think this is viewable. Okay, you can actually view that one in this thing. Then you can contact to these people telling them, oh, I want to apply for a program in this. You can write an email to them and make any inquiry you want to do. So I think the basic message I'm trying to pass here is that no matter the level you're in and no matter the level you want to apply for, you can make your application successfully. And the more places you apply to, the more opportunities you stand to gain. Am I wrong?
No.
So I encourage you guys, if you're here and you really want to, study abroad, either for master's, bachelor's, or PhD, now you hold yourself. Most of these universities do not require application fee in Taiwan. If school A requests application fee, go to school B that does not. And somebody will come and say, money, 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 money. Before you even start having money as a hindrance, you have to make a move in life first. Money cannot just automatically become your problem when there are some things that are actually out there for you, available for you to seize. When I got my admission in Taiwan and got the scholarship, I didn't have money for flight ticket. But how did I eventually get it? I got it because it was time. And God wanted me to also leave. I never knew about the Enugu State Scholarship Board offering somebody 1 million naira as a support to you studying. But I got 1 million naira from the Enugu State government. And that was from there I booked my flight. So you never can tell where help will come until you have made your own effort. When you have not made your own effort, there's no way help can come. And let us stop putting everything on God. There are some things you can do on your own, and God will now make everything perfect. But we are too religious in Nigeria, and we put everything on God. So this is just a sideline talk. I just wanted some people to remove that my mentality of it is not possible, it is not possible. It is possible. All you need to do is to make an effort. And nothing good comes easy. When you have done the things you can do, you pray to God to perfect those things. I'm not saying that you should remove the effort that God will. No, God has his role to play, but you have to make your own effort. So if you are just in secondary school and you want to study abroad for your undergraduate, it is possible. If you're not in America, you can be in Taiwan. If you want to do a PhD or a master's, and in Nigeria, strike alone will keep you in the university. You're doing a master's program and you're staying in the university for 5 years. Is that not shameful? 5 years. Somebody who is doing a PhD abroad has gotten PhD already, and you're doing master's for 5 years in Nigeria. So why not make that extra effort? And you move into a society where the environment is okay for your survival. Since I left Nigeria, I've never experienced blackout. I don't know what it means that they used to take light. But back in our district, you even be praying, God, let there be light so that I can have a good interview. Then the network should not be a problem. Some of you, yeah, I see when you come in, you go out, you come in, you go out, you come in, you go out. It is network. So now let us better ourselves as citizens of Nigeria or as citizens of our various countries we come from. Then when we are okay, we can now make this impact. Just like now, this event I'm organizing, if not for the experiences we all have had, this would have been impossible. So when you guys also get to make it, you become ambassadors as well. You start telling people how to also get to study and all that. So I think this is me talking too much already. I have shared virtually everything I can share with you guys. And it is not just peculiar to Taiwan. There's a place known as Brunei Darussalam. There's a place Singapore. There's a very good university in Singapore that is ranking very well. And I am very sure so many people do not apply there. Yes, Kingsley, what's your question, please?
Okay, thank you so much, Ralph. You've really done justice to everything you promised to offer in this session. So I'm really grateful. But then I have a question regarding the MOE scholarship. So from everything you've said here and what I've seen on the site, the information required are just basic. So I'm wondering what makes one's application stand out? Is it the quality of the reference letter or the quality of the study plan or CGPA? So I want to know how you can make your application stand out.
Stand out. So yeah, that's a very beautiful question. Very beautiful question. Now, whether you have 2-2, for those going for graduate studies, so whether you have 2-2, 2-1, or first class, or third class, never allow your grade to be a hindrance. I have seen people with 2-2 getting a very good scholarship. So how do you stand out? Recommendation letter is very important. That is why it is not everybody that you should allow to write a recommendation letter for you. Recommendation letter has to be somebody who is willing to give out the best for you. So recommendation, very important. Secondly, when you are applying, you are requested to write a motivation letter. Why do you want to study for this program? Why are you interested in this program? It is in there that you have to really, really stand out by showcasing to them the reason why you're motivated enough to study that program, why you're interested in that school, why you're interested in that country. If you can be able to detail these things in your motivation letter or even in your personal letter, then you're going to stand out. But I am very sure that most of the, aside from the whole thing, the other things you submit, it is important, even your CV, this is a cumulative. But if you want to really, really stand out, make sure you have a very good motivation letter, personal statement, and the recommendation letters. If these things are very good, then you're going to stand out. Even if your grades in your previous studies was not really so good, as long as you meet the minimum requirement, I am very sure that you might be able to stand out to get admission and funding. So have I been able to answer your question?
Yes, thank you so much. You have, but I'm talking with respect to the MOE. They
For
don't
the
require
for the MOE is still the same thing. Remember, the person has to tailor that recommendation letter in line with you applying for MOE scholarship. So for somebody like, for somebody that have gotten admission already, if I was to be the one to write the recommendation letter, I'm going to write it in line with, that this person has already gotten admission, to show how capable the person is. And, it's not like you're going to authoritatively write it, but, put it in a way that, okay, haven't gotten admission, this person also deserves to also be offered the MOE scholarship because it's the same government. So, so I feel for MOE scholarship, they ask you about your study plan. Let your study plan stand out. MOE is not asking you for motivation letter. That study plan is something that is in place. That study plan is what is in place of your motivation letter. Make sure your study plan stands out. Then make sure your recommendation letter stands out. And I think these are the only two key things for this. And then make sure you follow all the guidelines required of you to make your application from the website. And make sure everything. So if you apply, after filling the form, filling the agreement, then all the application, like your application form from the university, and admission letter, and so many things, attach it as well. Put everything in an envelope. Make sure everything is complete, well arranged. Look at the way MOE listed the requirement. Do it that way. Put every other document as supporting document and attach, and that is it.
All right. Thank you so much. That's well understood.
Okay. Any other question?
Yes, I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you, Raphael, for the well-elaborated discussion. Please, I only request, you said your previous mentees that you sent the study plans for them, maybe the
I didn't send a
template
study
of...
plan. I sent how to write a study plan, yes.
Okay, how? I pray if you can share us maybe the template or the same thing you shared to them here so that we may see and as a guideline. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
It's not a problem. I can do that. I can share the links to you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, I just did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
No problem. So you guys can avail yourself the opportunity. So that being said, is there any other question? Because I am very sure it's going to be very hard for me to do this again. I'm very, very sure. It's going to be very hard for me to do this. I've been doing it over the years, but I think it's going to be hard for me to do it again. So any other question pertaining to scholarship application and all that? And let me give you guys something that you don't know. I'm just going to give you guys an experience. So you use your teeth and your tongue and count your teeth. When I was applying for my PhD after finishing my master's in Taiwan, I had an interview in the United States Embassy, because right now I'm in the US doing my PhD. So when I went there, I was asked only one question. What are you going to the United States for? And I told them, I'm going to the United States for my PhD in medicinal chemistry, specializing in biophysics. And the next thing they said is, okay, you can go, your visa has been approved. That is the only question. I bet you, if you went to the United States Embassy in Nigeria, nobody will ask you just one single question, even if you have the whole funding in the world. They probably would even ask you about your grandfather and what your grandfather does. So you can use your teeth, your tongue to count your teeth on this. I am very sure that you guys, everybody here is old enough to understand what I mean.
Sure.
So could be a channel for bigger opportunities for you. So that's all I have to say. So, okay, you guys, thanks for coming around. Those of you participated till the end. Kingsley, thank you. I don't know who JM is. Leonard Asogwa, thank you for participating and for your questions. I don't think there's any question in the list that I've not been able to. Okay, what about flight ticket and visa charges? And you're not there for me to answer the question. Okay, my dear, for the flight tickets, you take care of it now. They cannot take you to the stream and still force you to drink the water. How many scholarships has Nigerian government offered to you? Talk more of paying your flight ticket. So, okay, so you guys have the LinkedIn of my colleagues. Maybe let me share my own LinkedIn. You can as well follow. And anyway, my case is just different. If you mainly search my name on Google, you should have a lot of things about me. So, okay. But this is my LinkedIn profile. So you guys can connect over there for those interested. Ask any question. I'm everywhere. I'm on all social media platforms, Facebook, everywhere. So you can always reach out, and I'll definitely get notifications and respond. But don't ask stupid questions, please. So, because if you ask any stupid, I will just ignore you. Questions that are very rhetorical. If you already know the answer, I will just ignore you. So thank you very much for coming for this program. I hope you actually get the benefit of why you actually joined and spent your time here. So, so I wish you guys luck, and I hope that you can be able to make the best use of these opportunities. So I wish you luck.
Thank you, Raphael.
Thank you.
JM, I think we can connect. The other guy that stayed to the end. we can connect.
Yeah.
I haven't passed through the process. I think I can offer one or two things to him too. So
Okay. Oh, thank you.
Kingsley,
Thank you.
am I allowed to share?
yeah, until my visa is approved, I will.
Okay, no. I mean, whether am I allowed to share to, like, you know, the few of them here that you are? He's my recent mentee that got admission.
Yeah. Sure.
He got admission. Kingsley is participating, but he's already admitted. He has a full funding from the university already.
Okay.
So he's currently planning on leaving. In fact, I'm very sure that after this conversation, he will not stay extra 2 months and he will leave Nigeria. By God's grace, I pray the funding and everything.
Kingsley, congratulations.
Thank you.
So it's for you guys. These things are not the things that we're just blabbing and talking about. We want to be seeing fruits. So I want a situation where it makes me happy knowing that, oh, the people that I come in contact with or that I know. Zimuzo was my first mentee that moved to Taiwan. She's on MOE scholarship, full funded. Kingsley is there. By God's grace, he will key in. And there's also one other guy that is not here that I mentored that also got China Medical University alongside with Kingsley. So I saw him, he came in and left. So we are not doing these things we are doing is not. I don't understand whether some people think some people believe that it's impossible to get admission abroad. Some people have that restriction in their mind. Some people feel like it is not possible for me to apply from Nigeria and get admission. That is what we need to wash off in some mindset. So these things, we are doing it and we are showing you guys evidences and proofs. So you guys can connect with Kingsley and, as things come up, and let me send the WhatsApp link.
Yeah.
Because that is where I have my followers that I'm mentoring on WhatsApp. There is a page and there is a group as well. So the WhatsApp group, the WhatsApp, what do I even call itself? Is a channel. Yeah, the WhatsApp channel. All you need to do is just follow the channel and you'll be getting scholarship opportunities. This is the channel. Then also the group that I created alongside for those that are participating in the channel to discuss, scholarship opportunities and, when things are out. You can also join the group. So let me share also the link of the group. Okay. Yeah. So that's it. So this is the group, and this is the group link and the channel link. So you can join both of them. I would approve of it when I eventually see it. And yeah, okay, I'm seeing one already. So yeah, I've approved you to the group. So okay, guys, I think I will call it a day. I'm really glad that we've been able to use our time appropriately. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your effort and your time you created for this. Thank you. May God bless.
All right. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
God bless you, Raf. See you at the top.
Yeah, thank you. See you at the top, my brother.
All right.